Hello everyone, Netherite here, and welcome to episode 17 of Netherite's Let's Play Modern Minecraft for version 1.21. Today I'm working on getting the Netherite seeds for mystical agriculture going. Having some luck finding Netherite. I was hoping that would get me closer to the 16 that I needed because I had 12. There was only one there, I guess. So I'm almost there. I just gotta find a few more pieces and then we'll be ready to really dig into mystical agriculture today. All right. Cross our fingers that these are the last ones. It feels like 2. It's funny how after a while you can start to tell how long it's going to take to break the blocks to kind of gauge how many it's going to be. I think this is going to be 2, which should put us at 15. And oh, it was actually 3. So that's awesome. We have the netherite that we need. So let's head back to base. Actually, technically we have the netherite scrap that we need. The reason it's not dropping the ancient debris is because I have a mod that makes it so that fortune works on netherite. So I probably should have gotten into enchanting before we did that. It probably would have made it a bit easier. But we have what we need and now we don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's go ahead and turn this into netherite. And then some gold. And that should get us the 4 netherite that we need. And then if we make some prosperity seeds, well, actually we already have prosperity seeds. And then I believe for the netherite seeds, it's the red stuff. Yeah, so supremium essence, which we have tons of, courtesy of our quantum crafter. And then we just got to go over here and we'll use our little table for the first time. Let's go ahead and put the seeds there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the netherite is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's gonna need a redstone signal. So do we have any sticks on us? Of course not. Why would we have sticks? Cavemen use sticks. Let's see. We don't need a stick. We just need a stone so that we can make a button. Now the question is, can you put a button on glass? Vanilla mechanics. You can, yay. And that's gonna get that going. I'm thinking I'm going to move these inferium seed plants. Probably somewhere, I'm thinking like maybe through here underground, because this is where I want to put my regular plants. Although I was also thinking this setup, because the growth accelerators are only next to one plant, it doesn't accelerate them very much. You can have a growth accelerator on each side of the plant and they will all accelerate them. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is just put this guy, as soon as this one grows, I don't want to waste the growth, right here. So now we got another netherite seed growing. Do we have a home for this guy? Did we fill all these in? I think we did. Yeah. So yeah, the other thing I want to make is glowstone seeds. Those would be really nice to have since there's no glowstone geode. Let's go ahead and see what that needs. So 4 glowstone and 4 the orange, and then a seed. So seed, orange essence, and glowstone, and that should make us a glowstone seed. Let's see, for the orange stuff, and then for the glowstone, and we're gonna pop this guy over here. And that should get us some glowstone going. The other thing I want to do is go ahead and... Did we get any of this yet? Is that growing really slowly? No, we got 4 already, so that's awesome. The other thing I want to do is I want to automate the production of both the netherite and... Do we have the glowstone yet? Yeah, we do. Like that and like that, and then we should just be able to go into our little crafter dude here. We'll put him there, we'll put him there. We don't want to keep any of that stuff because we don't need it for anything else that I'm aware of. So we're just going to go ahead and turn those on, and we should automatically get netherite. As soon as this hits 8 netherite essence, it should go to 0 or disappear, and then 1 netherite will come in, and then the essence will continue to come in. So if we just wait a second for our plant to grow, there he went, and we have our first auto-crafted netherite. I want to make probably 2 more seeds, one for here and one for here for netherite. Our glowstone we might do like 6 because we need a lot of glowstone. But yeah, that is automated netherite courtesy of Mystical Agriculture. But now that we have that done, I think I actually want to change up this situation a little bit. Let's go ahead and this is 1 space shorter than I would have liked it to be. What if we go... Yeah, I don't like it only being that big. What about the other side? What do we look like over here? 3, 4. This one's a little bigger. Our room is weird shaped because of the way that this worked out. So let me think about what I want to do here and I'll be right back. So what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish up my jetpack here and like get it to the top tier, because I think what I'm gonna do is actually, now that we have netherite coming in, I'm gonna go ahead and find a deep dark biome, because in the deep dark biome is where you get what you need to make the next tier of the goo. But before I do that, I'm gonna need a hoe with silk touch on it, because that's the only way to harvest the skulk and all the skulk blocks that we need to do this. So let's go ahead and put the start of our enchanting setup going. This is just going to be the very start of it, and we're just going to stick it in here. And what I think I want to do is, so if our enchanter is here, then our dudes go here and here. Do we want to go back one more? I think we want to go back one more. Let's go back one more, and then we'll go ahead and break these, and this way we can get going. So let me make an enchanting table, which should be pretty easy. Do we have everything for that? We need some obsidian. Are we still making the obsidian in here? We took away our lava, that's right. So let me steal back our lava dude for just a minute, because we should have tons of lava in that tank there right now. This is basically just how we refill it at this point. So let's go ahead and stick this guy in here, and now we've got a whole bunch of obsidian again. He stopped probably because he ran through the tank's lava. The pump should still be, yeah, the pump's still bringing in more. It's just a little bit slower. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. That was a big, huge mistake. Ah, now we broke our lava. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, live and learn. This is why you always have this set to disabled when you're not using it. Let's go ahead and change this to cobblestone there. We'll close this guy off, and then I need a little bit more lava. Luckily we have a whole bunch right here. Where's my bucket? Do I not have a, I mean, I can use this guy, I guess. Bucket mode. Yep, and then go like that. Cool. And then this guy also gets a block here, and let's close that up, and then we just stick our tank in there when we need lava. Okay, cool. So now we're back to where we're supposed to be. Yeah, so now that we have obsidian, should be able to throw that in the system and go ahead and make our enchanting table. So he goes here, and then we need, for starters, 15 bookshelves, right? Let's see, do we have everything we need? We need wood. How much do we have? We are very low on wood. So let's go ahead and just get like 2 stacks and then go back to bookshelves. And then can we make 15? Yeah. All right, and that should put us at the starting point for this. But I actually don't want to use that right now. I just want to have that set up so that it's there for later. What I want to use right now is there is an enchanter from Ender.io. It's this guy right here, which means we're going to need another bookshelf. Yep, got him. And then we're going to need this guy, which means we're going to need some of these. To make our lectern, and then we should be able to make another book. Wow, we burned through all our books. And then we need 3 dark steel. Do we not have any dark steel? Yeah, we have exactly 3 dark steel. Cool. And then that should make this guy. This guy is really cool because he essentially lets you buy the lower tier enchantments. So if we want Silk Touch, and we want it through this guy, so we need a book and quill, we need a slime ball, and we need 15 lapis. Do we have any slime balls? So let's get some lapis. Let's get some, we do, yay, slime balls, and then we need a book. Whoops, we have a book and quill. Did we find one in a village or something? Oh, we had a lectern. Book and quill. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and make one quick. Book is made like this. And then do we not kill any squids? It looks like we have killed squids, but we must have used all the ink. So let me go grab some ink quick, and I will be... Hey, there's a piece of obsidian. Right back. So luckily, as soon as I took our waystone to the river, there were some squids right here. And I actually decided, rather than come back to hunt squids every so often, I'm just going to make a squid data model. Do we have this guy? Yes. And then we throw him in there. We put this in our offhand, and we should just have to... breathing problems. Come here, come here. Wow, that's a fast squid. What is going on? All right, 5 more. Got him. Oh, and thank goodness some more. I thought we were gonna be like 1 short, but luckily some spawned just in time. Okay, so now we should be able to make ink when we have 13 just from that, so that's awesome. Let's go back here. Also have this raw calamari that we could turn into food, I guess, if we really got desperate, but yeah. So let's go ahead and take our squiddy dude out of here. And if we put that in here instead of this guy, do we have any predictions? Let's make some predictions. Let's just make like 100 of them. Cool. And then we'll let those go, and then we'll have ink for days. But in the meantime, this is enough ink for what we're doing. So let's throw these in here. We're going to make the book and quill, right? Cool. Now, is that all we need for this? So nope, not that. Sorry. This guy. So book and quill, slime, this guy makes a silk touch book, which is awesome. And then did we make an anvil? I don't think we ever made an anvil. So let's go ahead and make one of those. It should be pretty easy. Just a bunch of iron, which we have tons of. And should we put this guy down here? This stuff? Nah, let's put it up here. I feel like that's just running out of the way for no reason. But let's put it like right next to this guy, maybe? Maybe like right here? I Don't like the way that went down. Let's put it this way. Cool. Then all we should have to do, let's make another hoe. I don't want our main hoe to be the one with silk touch on it. So let's make a new one. There. Cool. And now that we've got that, I actually, at some point in my adventures, did find a deep dark biome. I don't think I set up like a waypoint or anything to it. I should probably do that. Did I? Deep dark. No, let's make a waystone. Some of these guys. And then that'll give us the opportunity to make a new waystone since the durability was starting to go down. Cool. All right, so if I go into my waypoints, I'm pretty sure I saved one. Yeah, so the deep dark entrance is what we want to go to, which I think is right there. Let's see if we can find our way there. I know I got there through the caves somehow. So there's a dungeon that I found. How did I get there? I also want to turn, oh, I already did turn the speed down on this. So this, once it gets up to this level, it's really fast. Was it this way? I know this is when I was like looking for the hearts to make my health go up. I stumbled across the entrance to the deep dark, which should be, yeah, I remember it being near this lava pool. So here is a bunch of deep dark stuff. I also wanted to check and see if this is near a city or if it's just a deep dark. So let's take this guy and do, what's it called? An ancient city? No, this is not an ancient city. It's just a deep dark. So we're actually going to need an ancient city because we need the echo shards, I believe, for this goo. So for the shadowpulse goo, yes, we do need echo shards, which means this isn't going to work. So let's go back home. And then let's see how far we are now. A little bit closer, actually. So let's go out here. And it's what, 1450 blocks that way. I'll meet you guys there. All right, so we're getting pretty close. It does look like I'm gonna have to generate a few new chunks. We're actually pretty close to like the spawn village, so it's really close to where we spawned in. While we're waiting for that to load, I did find this really cool like pillager town. I don't know if this is a mod or a vanilla thing, but there's like ravagers and cages and pillager buildings. This is pretty cool. I wonder what's in here. There's got to be spawners for pillagers around here, right? Yeah, I hear them. Oh, here's some treasure. Nothing good. Yep. Nothing really that I care about in here. So sad. So of course the deep dark city, whatever it's called, is gonna be like on a mountaintop, so I gotta dig straight down from here. I'm gonna get as close to 0 as I can on the distance, so it's gotta be, it's like right here. All right, so from here I'm gonna do what you're never supposed to do in Minecraft, and I'm just gonna dig straight down in a 3x3, and we're gonna see what's down here. So on our way down, we actually hit a dungeon from another mod, which is pretty cool. Huh. We're actually not gonna stick around here because I don't think there's really anything worthwhile here right now. So we came down here. Let's, oh, you stupid zombie. Let's close this off a little bit and continue our merry way. We're actually full in our inventory already. I don't know where I got a lot of this junk. Actually, let's go ahead and delete a bunch of this stuff. I'm actually going to start keeping this enchanting stuff. Because we are starting to get to the point where we're going to be able to disenchant this stuff, which will be pretty cool. So yeah, let's keep going down. I hope the generation of that dungeon doesn't interfere with the generation of the deep dark. That would be kind of annoying. We just hit the deep dark. Now hopefully the city will be down here. Okay, he's mad already and I haven't even seen him. Whoop, there I see some skulk. So that compass should put us right above the city center. Hoping that that's still true. Oh, we hit a vein of aluminum. These are always huge, so this will take a while to get through. More deep dark. Still not hitting a city though. Okay, so it looks like we may be at the city. So let's go ahead and start harvesting some of this stuff. I know we need screechers. I know we need skulk. Let's make sure we have some room in our backpack for this stuff. Yeah, we got over a stack of aluminum from that one vein. Yeah, let's put this in here. We don't need this right now. Our bucket of water, these bones, this lapis, our lava. So right now what we're looking for are chests. And trying, not seriously, but trying not to summon the warden because we're not really ready for him yet. But we do need these. If we stay off the ground, we should be okay. We do need screechers. We need catalysts. The chests we're looking for. Let's get the screecher. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Calm down. All right. Well, hello, sir. We didn't even get to 3 stacks, so I'm not sure why he was summoned. But where's a chest? Here's a chest. Oh yeah, Echo Shard already? That's awesome. We'll take the Skull Catalyst too. Here he comes again. Here's another chest. I know we need at least 2 Echo Shards. We'll also take these. Let's take... There's 2 Wardens running around already? Jeez. I know he has a ranged attack too, and he might be able to one-shot me with this Celesta Gem armor, so we're gonna keep moving on away from the Warden. Let's see. More chests. Here's one. Any Echo Shards? Nope, we'll take that though. Blinding, don't really care about that. We do need books. I don't need the potions. Wow, okay, there's a lot of stuff that we can disenchant, so we'll take those. Apparently we had never had diamond armor, so that's cool. Let's take one of these. Oh, I thought we had Echo Shards there, but they're not. They're amethysts. Luck of the Sea I don't really care about. Chests. Need like 1 more Echo Shard. Oh, here's 2 chests. Oh yeah, I forgot opening chest sets off these guys too. Take the books. No Echo Shard. There was a label in there I would have liked to take, or tag, whatever they're called. Most annoying part about when he's summoned is that it gets really dark and I can't see chests. All right, there's one. Take these. Some unbreaking. Oh my gosh, here he comes again. Let's... We're here. Nope. Oh, capturing. Want that for sure. I should find a home to put down the waystone that we brought, just in case I do happen to get caught by a stray warden bullet. So let's go ahead and put this here and call it Ancient City. Save that, and we should be able to get back here now whenever we need to. Still haven't found our second echo shard, only got the one. Put these and this stuff in here. Let's clear out our backpack a little bit, make sure we have the inventory space. So we got the skulk, we got the shriekers, we got catalysts. Yeah, we really just need that last echo shard. And I mean, I should grab a bunch of this stuff because you need it to feed the goo as well. And this guy is just really getting on my nerves. Let's get away from him. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, and of course, here he comes. There we go. So that's our 2. I would like a third one because you can multiply these with enchanting from Apotheosis. And I don't really want to go down to 0. So there's a third one. We should be good now. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Whew, thought for sure he was going to kill me there. All right. So let me organize all of this stuff and we'll be right back. All right, so now that we got our stuff a little more organized, let's go ahead and see what we need. All we need is our goo. What did we do with it? Here it is. Let's go ahead and make sure that this is disabled. We'll take our goo and we're gonna make the next goo, Void Shimmer goo. This stuff is awesome because we can now make something really cool. So Netherite can be used to make Eclipse alloy. Wow, we really don't have... Do we have a spot for this? Because we should, because we're going to need blocks of it. So let's go ahead and throw this guy. I want to say just here should be fine. And Netherite doesn't have nuggets, so that should be fine. But now that we have the blocks of it, we can go ahead and take those. Oh my gosh, I really need to slow this thing down again. There, and then we need skulk. Let's go ahead and see if we can find a home for all this skulky stuff. So I think maybe we should put it like here. Screechers here, sensors here, and this guy here. And that should be fine. We'll work on a system later, maybe for automating the creation of the skulk that we need to keep our goo going. But for now, that should work fine. What we're going to do first, though, is go ahead and take some of this Eclipse alloy. Oh my gosh. And we're going to cook that up. And we do have a whole bunch of blaze powder in here. And with this Eclipse alloy, we can make all kinds of cool stuff. The first thing we're going to make, because it should be fairly easy, is we're going to upgrade our wand to the Eclipse wand. We need to upgrade our player transmitter because the starter one's just not going to cut it anymore. So this one's really cool. So it still does the same things that it used to do with the teleport, which we're going to set to left click. But it also has a new ability called Eclipse Gate, and that we are also going to set to left click, and we're going to pull this down to 1. So basically, also we want to still get rid of this guy because he's annoying. We can still teleport, we can still zip around, and now we zip around even further. We should turn our jetpack off. But the new ability is a hole. As a hole, what's it called? Hole in the pocket? Pocket hole? Portable hole. The new ability is portable hole. You can set that so that it goes really deep. So if I want to go like 20 blocks deep, ta-da, I can do it like that. I don't usually see the need for that. They use a lot of durability. I like to do it one at a time usually. So now instead of having to go through, we can just go like this. Oh, it doesn't work on the frames. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So that makes me want to rethink about my design for this place. But you can go through walls now if you want to, which is pretty cool. After we get some more Eclipse alloy, we will do our other tools and armor, because there's a lot of cool upgrades for that. But right now our Netherite essence is coming in pretty slowly. I actually want to make another seed. I forgot that I wanted to do that before I spent all our Netherite. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get a prosperity seed, and then let's get some of this red essence. Then we should be able to do the same thing we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Netherite. 2, 3, 4, and button. And then we can get rid of this guy. Take our seed, and now we should have Netherite coming in twice as fast. I think we might do all 6 of these as Netherite, which should be pretty cool. Since we're bringing in stuff automatically now, we're going to want to remember to anything we have coming in on a permanent basis, like the Netherite and the glowstone from the Mystical Agriculture, we're going to want to remember to put some upgrades in there. The diamond upgrade will make it so it can hold a lot more stacks, but then the void upgrade will make it so that anything that comes in after it's full will go ahead and delete anything that comes in. I'm not sure what these plants will do when the system fills up. They might break off and just fall on the ground, and I don't want them to do that. So that's why I set that up that way. Our third Netherite seed. That should be going much faster now. We also did get a bunch of squid predictions. So let's go ahead and get our blaze rods out of here. Throw these in, and that'll get us like, what, 320 ink? That should last us for a while. We're also going to stick our blaze rods in here. That's maxed out actually, so we're going to need another upgrade for him. I did go ahead and automate these upgrades, so let's get this one. These are not coming in automatically, so I don't really need to void them, but I do want to be able to hold a lot more than that. Now that we have all that squid ink, we probably don't need these anymore. I do want to put the rest of these guys in here. Can we get our Enderman? Where's our Enderman? Did I throw him in a chest somewhere? Well, you know what? He's probably in this guy. Yep, let's go ahead and take the Enderman out and get him going. So he goes in there, and we put our predictions in the system, which should go in their drawer, and then we get new predictions, which we already crafted a bunch of. Let's throw these in here, and this should get us a whole bunch more ender pearls. So that's actually going to do it for an episode today, guys. The next episode, what I would like to do is work on getting a cobble works going. I think that's going to go right here in this wall, and that's going to be making sand and gravel and all kinds of good stuff for us. So thanks for joining me for this one, guys. If you like the episode, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.